Okay, and I'm live. Um,
All right.
we doing separate intros or same?
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you start first?
All right, hello, dorklings, and welcome to another new stream. And today we are bringing you something very special. It's a new segment that me and a very good friend of mine are starting on our channels, and it's called VRNight Live. So it's hosted by me, Pocahontas, and my very good friend, CFN Nation, or CFN for short.
Yes.
So this is
So,
basically a podcast slash talk show, and we'll talk about different topics, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. We'll have special guests, and tonight's just our kickoff, and I'm excited.
yes. And just for prerequisites, both of our links will be in the description down below. Both of our Discords, if you want to join the Dork Side Discord and the CFN Nation Discord, both of those links are in the description down below. She's also streaming on her Twitch as well, which I've also put a link in the description for my viewers if you want to check her out as well. Um, and she will also have some special singing guests here. And unfortunately, because of YouTube's policy, I will not be showing it on my channel. But you can also watch it on her channel on their Twitch because they allow music app to
Yeah.
perform. So if you want to see it in performance, you could make sure you check the description down below for her Twitch channel and check it out.
All right. So thank you guys for coming to our stream tonight. This is something I have been working on and been super excited about. And was hoping it could work. I had a few like bumps in the roads, and I was telling my friend CFN here about it. And he's like, he offered to be like my co-host, and now we're just going in completely together with it. So
Yeah, exactly. This big podcast is very interesting. I really like enjoying listening to podcasts and learning about different ideas about different things that goes on in our world and our personal lives and stuff like that. And we will also want to get your views as well, not just ours, but yours as well. So later on, we will have a Q&A. I have some questions for that people left on my Discord that we'll try to answer as much as I can. But if you guys here have any questions, make sure you comment, and we will try to answer as best as we can. And if you also have any ideas that we also want to talk about on here, make sure you comment down below as well. We will try to see if we can implement that in our podcasts.
oh yeah. So I guess to kick the evening off, and jump right into business a little bit, I'm a very go-getter, as you can tell. um, so we're gonna talk about different things tonight, but since this is kind of like our pilot episode, we're just gonna talk about how long we've played VR chat and different experiences we have, and maybe like some IRL topics. Me and CFN, we're both like college students, so we're gonna talk about all kinds of things tonight. So what do you want to jump into first?
Well, I guess we'll start off with, talking about us. I
Uh,
guess I'll start. So, obviously, my name is CFN. If you guys know me as well as CFN from CFN TV on YouTube, and I've been doing YouTube. I started around 2015, about the end of my high school senior year. I started doing YouTube. I started with a gaming channel. I called it CFN Gaming back then, and honestly, it didn't really do well. I mean, it was fun for me doing the gaming stuff, but I put a lot of effort in and wasn't getting a lot of views. So then I decided, let me start up another channel. It seems like reactions were pretty popular, and I didn't really want to start doing reactions when I first started off because it got a lot of bad vibes from people. Because people thought saying, "Oh, he's not a real content creator; he's just reacting to videos." But I thought, hey, listen, if I'm just doing this for fun, why not? Thought I'd give it a shot. Once I started doing that, I started getting more people to watch my videos. I got more views. People enjoyed my content. People wanted me to do more, and I thought, hey, why not keep it going? So I kept it going, and after about a few years, we are almost at 2,000 subscribers, and I can't thank everyone enough for that. I appreciate that.
oh well, that's really big though.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like I'd always like me personally, like I've always been interested in like YouTube and streaming and stuff, and just this past month or two recent, well, no, it's been a few months actually. Time escapes me. I tried streaming, and the whole reason I started streaming was because I wanted to stream VR chat. Well,
Yeah.
most of my friends that may be watching know I have a potato for a PC, and I was having trouble streaming VR chat, and I was just completely discouraged, and I was almost about to give up completely. And then I realized I could stream on my Xbox. So now I mostly stream Xbox One games. So Sea of Thieves and Monster Hunter World are probably my two most popular games right now. Um, and I was like, well, it's not exactly what I wanted to do, but it was a good compromise. And now here I am streaming VR chat on the same potato of a PC. But I realized, um, I realized that some worlds I have a decent connection in, and it when it came to doing this podcast, like it was coming down the last few days, and I had this one world set in mind that I really wanted to do it in because it looked really cool, and I was like, I had my heart set on this world. Well, I did a test stream in the world the other day, and it didn't go so well. So here we are in this beautiful world we are in now, and it's not all that bad. As long as I can stream, that's all that matters is being able to stream and share some good times with friends.
Yeah.
So
Because streaming is pretty tough. It's
oh
pretty
yeah.
tough, especially with computers that don't have the intense graphics to handle it. Because even though I have a pretty good gaming rig,
Hmm.
I sometimes have frame drops for particular games, and I have to set it up so it doesn't lag or have significant frame drops, even in the stream and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
One of the biggest games I have an issue with streaming is I play Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I've always streamed it. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it frame drops a lot, and the game is a pretty big game,
Oh yeah.
and it's mostly a CPU issue,
Hmm.
really, and I can only really fix that if I invest money in upgrading. But like I said, we both are college students and we're both broke. So
Yeah, very
I
much
mean,
so.
it's it, it is pretty. It's not easy. I mean, I'm starting to get my internship going soon, so I might start working again. But it's tough, especially here. I'm living with my parents, and I don't have a lot of money to spend
Oh yeah.
willy nilly on this type of stuff.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah, see, like for me, because like everything, there's always a challenge with everything I do, be it something simple or something complicated. I always run into some kind of challenge. Um,
yeah,
like just starting college again this year. Um,
yeah,
I'm gonna go into a little story here. We'll go ahead and start talking about college and stuff. As most of my friends kind of know, I am a college student. I'll do a little backstory first. I am a college student. I do go to a pretty big university. I am majoring in livestock and poultry management at the moment, but my overall goal is veterinary. Um, I still have about 7 more years to go. I'm in a 2-year agriculture program right now, and this is my second year, first semester. Well, here comes my first challenge was classes, getting into the 4-year classes I need because I need like 10 transfer credits to transfer in all, technical stuff. Well, a big monkey wrench was thrown into my plans a week before moving in because I have to live on campus because the only like any university or college near me I have to move away to because I live in a very small southern country town. So I have to move away and live on campus, which adds to the expenses. Um, well, the place I was living in, or that I'm living in now, tried to charge me for a month that I wasn't living there, and then charged me for the upcoming month. And there's a lot that went wrong with this is because when I was doing the lease, we were sitting here emailing like, hey, we're waiting for my refunds from financial aid to come back, because that's how my housing was getting paid was through FAFSA from financial aid and scholarships. And there's like, oh, well, we have a payment plan for that. And it was like, it was supposed to be in your lease. And we looked back on the lease and there was no agreement for that. So they kind of screwed me over twice there, right? And instead of taking any incentive for it, they took a little bit. You know what their incentive was, CFN?
What?
$25 late fee. That's all. They didn't take any
Wow.
other incentive.
Wow.
Instead,
Of course
they
not.
yeah, they waived that fee and then gave me 5 days to come up with $500 to pay a down payment when I'd already paid a $900 security deposit. And
That's
so
crazy.
I'm sitting here like panicking. I was like, I'm gonna have nowhere to live. I won't be able to attend. Like, you know, scared because I was like, I have goals and ambitions, and no matter what, I want to complete them, no matter how much depth I may be in. So I'm sitting here like 5 days to get $500. I'm having to ask family members, and I don't like asking anybody for help. Like a lot of people of my friends know that I hate asking for help. And so I was asking family members and friends. I started GoFundMe, and by the fifth day, I just got enough, and even a little extra. Um, so that
That's
was a
good.
big weight on my chest, yeah. So
Yeah.
we got that paid and taken care of,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
I was able to move in and everything, and it
That's
was
cool.
crazy. It really was.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us
Yeah.
more about you. What do you do?
I go to a Christian college, where I live,
Mm,
and my major is psychology. And this will be my last year. I'm a senior this year. It's my last year,
mm,
so I'll be doing a lot of internships this year. I'll be working on my psychology comms test for my senior year and applying for grad school. Because for a psychology degree, you have to go to grad school to get a job. So, I mean, you could technically get a job with a bachelor, but for the thing I want to do for mental health, I really want to get my master's or PhD,
mm,
whichever whichever I go for. And yeah, I've experienced some of the college, stress that comes around, especially with student accounts
oh yeah.
especially because my school student accounts is awful to work with. Like they don't know how to deal with people. So what happened was that see I have a scholarship that pays for half the tuition, and my parents pay for the other half, so I don't have student loans, which is amazing.
Mm,
So and what happened is this year is that I had to do some things before they sent me the bill, stuff like that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. They're trying to send me the bill. And for first thing they said I had to waive my health insurance, so I had to fill out that form. And then once I gave it to her, I'm like, okay, can you send my mom the bill? And I said, gave her the email. And so I assumed that she got the bill and it was paid. So
mm,
I go into the check-in day, check in, make sure you check in everything. I have to go to I wanted to see student accounts and financial aid. So I did the aid thing. Then I went to student accounts. I'm sitting there. She goes through my stuff, and she's like, "So how are you gonna pay the bill?" I'm like, "Was it not paid yet?"
oh dang.
He was like, "Well, it says this thing hasn't been paid yet." I'm like, "Well, my mom deals with that," and I'm like, "Well, she hasn't paid it yet." I had to go on my phone, call my mom, and say, "Did you pay the bill?" She said, "They didn't send me anything. They didn't send me an email, nothing."
Oh dang.
So we had to go through this whole spiel about sending the bill and stuff like that. It's a pain. It's a pain. And then they come to me. It's like, "Oh, how come you have to pay the bill?" I'm like, "Well, you didn't send me the bill. How am I supposed to pay if you haven't sent me anything?"
Oof.
It's frustrating. But I will say that this is my last year, and after after this year, my parents will no longer be paying for college because I'd be paying for grad school.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get it a good where I can afford it, stuff like that. And I mean, I would say college is it's pretty stressful, but it's good because you can also you know gain new friends, look in your inside what you're gonna do with your life, like that.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm fortunate to have people around me, to help me and support me, and have good professors that help out.
Oh yeah. Um, I have loved college so far here at my university and the program I'm in because it's a okay. So I'm in under the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. And the okay. Um, so that's the main college, and then I'm in a subdivision under that in the Agriculture Institute, which is a 2 year undergrad program. So when I graduate this year, if I figure any of that out, I'll be graduating with an associate's in applied science, right? And I have loved it so much, like so much. Everything is completely hands on, like and it's agriculture classes, you know. So I'm doing livestock and poultry management. There are different majors, and each one, focuses on that topic. So I have
Mm.
classes for like swine production and management, beef production and management, and I had like a feeds and nutrition class, and like it's just everything is hands on. Like I think by far my most favorite one was my swine production class last year. Because
Mm-hmm.
we actually go out, we have labs like once or twice a week, and we actually go out to the units. Like I go to my state, it's like my state's largest university, like it's literally its own city within a city. And we actually go out to like the separate units and farms and stuff. So we'd go out to the swine unit, and we did everything from farrowing, which is technical terms for birthing in pigs. Um, and we draw blood, do vaccination, semen collection management, breeding. They do like a lot of I uh, AI breeding, artificial insemination breeding.
Yep.
So we do all of that. So it's super hands on, and because you learn more by doing than hearing, right? You know. And I have
Yep.
so many pictures and videos from those days, and you learn so
That's
much,
cool.
and it's been amazing. So I'm hoping when I transfer into the 4 year program, it'll be just as great. So
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, mine. I do psychology.
Hmm.
I mostly study the mind. That's what psychology is studying of the mind.
Oh yeah.
And my goal is to either go into mental health counseling or marriage and family therapy. Is one of those two I want to get into.
Oh nice.
Because when I was looking for a major, I was deciding what I was going to do, and I felt like psychology was the one I wanted to do because I took a class in high school, AP Psychology, and I loved the class and I enjoyed everything about it. I was like, this is the place I want. This is the major I want to study, the
Nice.
thing I want to do. That. And there was one class I took. I think it was my um, sophomore year called
Mm.
Abnormal Psychology, and that's more hands-on of mental health, on looking through the DSM-5, which is the book on all the mental illnesses,
Mm.
and it gets updated every time because new ones they make. So we look into it, learn about different disorders, and we did some role plays on, how to treat a person, how to, if someone has a mental illness, how do you deal with it? Um, how do you deal with the session, client protection, and everything like that. It's good. It's a completely hands-on class. I enjoyed it, and now I'm going to be doing an internship when I'm going to be working with mental ill people in group homes and living areas, and helping them get their life back together. Cleaning, cooking, getting to appointments, making sure they take their medicine and all that stuff.
Mm.
It's really hands-on stuff. Gives me experience in that field,
Nice.
and I think really what I wanted to do this because I really wanted to help people because mental illness is a really really big issue in our country in a lot of places, and I feel that it's a big need for people who for psychologists to help out with people, and I feel like that's what I want to do is help people who are mentally ill and who need that help, that outreach.
Nice.
So yeah,
Okay. So, well, time flies really fast. We are going to cut
yeah,
to our first commercial break. And after that, we will have our first act from our special guest, my good friend. You'll see him in about just a few minutes when we come back from our commercial break. So stay tuned, and we will continue this in a bit. So I'm a
Just sorry, just a quick disclaimer. I will not be showing the performance, unfortunately, because YouTube has its policies, and his song will be copyrighted. So, if you want to see his performance, you should go to Pocahontas' Twitch channel. Links in the description.
All right, welcome back, guys, from our commercial break. Here we are with our special guest, my good friend Uncharted Hearts, who has a special performance for us. This is the act one of the performance tonight. There will be another one, so stay tuned for that. All right, so take it away, Uncharted.
All right.
Come at me and you'll see I'm more than meets the eye. You think that you'll break me, you're gonna find in time. You're standing too close to a flame that's burning hotter than the sun in the middle of July. Standing there surround me, but you still can't win. Listen up, silly boy, 'cause I'm gonna tell you why. I can't hold me now. Weighing all you are, like a fear I'll take you down. Reign supreme in your dreams. You'll never make me bow. Kick my ass, I'm world class and super saiyan now. You're starting up a fight that you just can't finish. Once a little horns will be scraping off the floor. Bringing that rocket blast, you're my fate. As high as you can go, but I'm the one who's gonna soar. I can't hold me now. Weighing all you are, like a fear I'll take you down. Doesn't have to be this way. Let's kiss and make up and you'll learn. You can fight your life away. I get what I want, so don't bother. It just wants me burning.
You feel my fire, pyromaniac, my desire. Thought that you could see the truth till I just burned down the booth. Human torch can't fuck with me. Johnny Blaze, suspect B. Strike him quick, lightning fast. Melt them bitches down to ash. Gasoline, kerosene. Strike a match, ignite the scene. Shit will never be the same. Feel the fury of my flame. Beg for mercy, it won't help. Embrace the ending you were dealt. Seems you fucks will never learn. Now sit back and watch me burn.
Woo! Your performances, man. That was amazing. You know what I think? I think that deserved a rose.
Thank you.
All right.
Crap.
Oh
I'm doing
no.
it. No.
Guys, I don't know
There
if
we
the
go.
stream experienced any lag during that performance. I hope it didn't because it was truly an amazing performance. And there is another amazing performance to come later tonight. But that's still a little ways to go. So Uncharted, do you, CFN, do you mind if he joins us for topics the rest of the night?
Sure.
All right.
Fine.
So we have a box chair with wings over here set up for you. Just join us over here. All right. You can sit or stand, whatever. Try not to set the
I can
whole
make my semblance.
Are you
I'm
starting
trying to
on
burn
your
the
end?
chair. Give me
Going
a
straight to
second.
questions now?
Gang, your voice
Straight
has
to next
gotten
topic?
so masculine. Do what, CFN?
Are we going straight to next topic?
Uh, well, um, There was something I wanted to say regarding the last topic, and I can't remember now.
Hold on. Let me go to my live screen now.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, you can restart yours. Oh, you put it in your
Alright,
hair.
we are back. I hope you guys got to see Uncharted's performance on her Twitch. We are back to talk about more topics. So, what do you want to say from the last one? Because we're
Um,
continuing from that.
I think it might have been
Uncharted
something.
will be joining us.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was something regarding the internship. Actually, you were talking about your internship. Um,
Yes, yes, yes.
I had a little bit of an interesting story to go with that one. Actually, for me, I was supposed to do an internship. It was supposed to be required to graduate, but we were supposed to do it over the summer, and I was searching and searching for internships around my small town. Like there was nothing, like no big companies I could go for, not even a small job because like you can't even get a job in my small town because that's usually taken over by the high schoolers. I think the nearest like actual internship that had an application open was with like Mount Air, and I think it was in their feed factory. But that was like in the like 3 towns over, so it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive most likely. So I wasn't able to go for that, and that was like a real big stress like on me starting this year. But thankfully, my professors and like advisor have known I'm struggling and that I tried so hard. So if it's gonna be needed, we're gonna drop me out of the credits needed for that, and it won't stop me from graduating or anything. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to share that.
Pretty good. It's really
Um,
good, yeah.
yeah. Before we move on to the next topic, while we're on the topic of college and stuff, Uncharted, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Right. Says we're waiting for Uncharted. Just to make sure that you guys make sure you subscribe to both our channels, our YouTube and our Twitch, and make sure you join the Discord's links in your description box for anyone that just came in who is new.
I apologize. I have noise in the background occasionally. That's why I've been muting my mic a few
Ah,
times.
yeah, you're fine.
Repeat the question.
Um, Me and Tia talked about our college experiences so far and have told a little bit about ourselves. So, why don't you share with us a little bit about yourself? Are you a college student? If not, like,
Um,
you know.
I tried a little bit of college. I tried for a year and a half. Just wasn't working out for me with the situation I was in. Ended up dropping out of college, but then um, years later, only started last year, I am now going to a technical school, and I'm doing it one this year as well. Um, so yeah, it's just a technical school. I get through a course. I
Mhm.
do well in it. I go get a certification test done, and I'm certified in specific fields that I go for. So
Nice. Anything in
that's
particular you're
really it.
interested in?
Ah, I know I want to go into the field of computers. I'm currently working on a general IT certification called the A plus.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not
it's
bad,
not
not
going
bad.
so good.
I do have a friend
Hmm?
who's big on computers on my
Yeah.
Discord. He's really big on that. So if you ever have any questions about it, I'll reference them to you.
All right.
Uh, the most okay. The internship was one thing. Jumping back again, you said you were going in for the field of psychology and stuff, right, CFN?
Yes, I am.
The funny thing with that is when my senior year in high school, I did dual enrollment with my community college. It's like a business community college, and they only have like the basic like math and science classes. So I was getting a few college credits from that. But since I don't have a car or license or anything due to financial issues, um, I couldn't actually drive to the community college to attend the classes before they implemented like the early college that took a bus out there and everything. They did that after I
Yep.
graduated, which sucks. But so I took a few online classes. I
Yep.
took English, a CIS class, so computer information, I think is what that stands for, psychology, and history. I took all of those online. I did amazing in English because I love English. It's my favorite topic. I did really good in CIS. I actually passed out with flying colors because it was like the basics, like learning about Publisher and Word and PowerPoints and stuff, and it was really
Yeah.
simple. I think I barely passed history and I barely passed psychology because I don't really do well with online classes unless it's a topic that's like English, I can actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, oh my god, like
Hold up.
it was very interesting. I did find it interesting, but I could not learn at all psychology on online. So I did not do good in that course at all. So it's a very interesting topic,
Yeah.
but just not for me.
I do apologize. I had to turn off the avatar sound. I think his music came back on.
You're fine. You're fine.
Um, yeah, I mean,
Hidden
psychology is
from me,
really,
sorry.
it's all right. Psychology is really, for people who really want to be into it, because it's kind of like, people who are into biology, science. Either they like it or they don't. Me, I enjoyed psychology the first time I saw it, so I
Mhm.
just grabbed it. And biology, no, biology's not really my thing. I tried, I literally did. I couldn't do it. I had to take one science class with a lab for for graduating, and I said, hey, let me take biology because I think I'd be pretty good at that. It was a struggle throughout the entire class, mostly because I think we lost.
Where did Uncharted go? Wait, what just
I,
happened? Did he
I don't know
accidentally
what
pick
did
up the box?
actually.
um,
No
um,
clue. Well, hopefully,
I hope he comes
hopefully he
back.
returned to us.
That was a great turn of events. We've lost our special guest.
We lost our special guest. I think he went to the stars.
He went to the stars.
So
Here he comes. Welcome back,
there he is.
Uncharted. What
I'm
happened?
just gonna stand. I pressed one button and I went to the other universe, so I'm just gonna stand and not touch anything. All right. I'm just right here. All right,
Okay.
sorry.
All right,
And,
you're
That was
good.
a nice distraction.
That was
Is that
great.
music playing? Is it any broken?
No.
What's going on?
No,
I
no.
turned
Okay.
off the music so I can't hear anything.
Alright.
I don't hear
Um,
anything.
I
So.
will say that with biology with that, that was tough that semester because
Mm.
obviously the teacher wasn't very good at teaching it. I wouldn't say he's bad at teaching. He's big on biology, big on science, but I guess how he taught it, I just wasn't getting it.
Mm.
And I literally tried, but I guess I couldn't get it. His tests were very difficult, and he doesn't do extra credit, which upset me even more. And a little story is that right before the final, he decided to take the third test before the final. And usually, what you're supposed to do is you're not supposed to have a test and a final in 1 week, but he decided to do that.
Mm.
So we decided for 2 tests in 1 week.
Oof.
He did bad on the first test, and then we had 3 days to study for the final, which, by the way, is cumulative. That means everything.
Yeah, everything.
So you can understand the stress I was going through.
Oh yeah.
So I had to buckle down, and I ended up getting a B, which was great. So I ended up passing with a C plus. Fantastic.
Nice.
I took that, and I didn't care. Like C plus is passing, I'm moving on.
Oh yeah.
So it is particular on. You should really pick a major for people who are going to start college. You should pick a major that you're going to truly enjoy for 4 years or more.
Oh yeah.
Because if you only pick for a major just for the money and you don't enjoy it, it's really a struggle for you.
Yeah. And I mean, like you
So
can
pick
do.
something you're gonna thoroughly enjoy.
Oh yeah.
For,
You're
go ahead.
cutting in and out for me, by the way. Like, I don't
I
know
am.
why. Yeah, like here and there.
I can hear you fine. It's probably on your end, most likely.
Probably, most likely.
Or maybe it's my mic. I don't know. I'm gonna bring it closer.
But yeah, I mean, you can do like exploratory majors, but if you put that on your application, they're less likely to pick you. So, like, if you're
Yeah.
unsure, you can pick a major and see how that goes, but you can always change your major. Um,
Yeah, you can always change it.
you just don't waste too much time because time is money,
Yeah,
and
exactly. It is.
it's
And then you have to spend more money, more credits. You'll be there longer than you expected. With me, I stuck through it throughout the 4 years. I stuck with psychology for 4 years. That's what I wanted to do. I knew exactly before I go in, and I know, and I still love it till the very end.
oh yeah.
So because yeah,
See, I'm actually about to join something called Delta Tau Alpha and DTA
yeah,
for short, and it's actually the honor society for my agriculture institute. So I'll be going to a meeting for that this upcoming week, and we'll be joining. And I think I'm pushing myself to take one of the open officer roles. So I think I'm going to go for vice president actually.
hey, nice.
So,
I
cause go ahead.
yeah, I am a I'm actually the president of the psychology association at my school. Well, it's called Psychi is what I call it. Psychi is like an association that involves with this association of psychology, and it's at
Mm,
different colleges. And you can apply for membership online. There is a fee for that, but you apply for it and you have it for forever.
mm,
And then when they were looking for council members at the school for running the Psychi club, and they had the president, the treasurer, vice president, and so I'm like, and they asked me, it's like, you want to run for a council? I'm like, sure. I looked up. She's like, you know what? I'll just go for president. I never expected to be picked, but surprisingly, I got picked,
oh wow.
which is surprising. But it's a big opportunity for me, especially in this major that I'm help running the psychology association there as well.
Mm,
Helping do that because I know one day in October we're going to do a fresh start event, which all the different places for mental health. We're going to have our own table there to talk about our things about mental health and how we should, if they have any questions about it,
mm,
how to answer them.
nice. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted like when I heard there was officer position open, I was very interested. The two positions that were open were secretary and vice president. I was like, okay, maybe not. And then I thought about it, I was like, well, I could be secretary. And then I was like, I really want to push myself to vice president because back in high school, I was part of a club called FFA, which is Future Farmers of America, for 4 years, and I was
Yep.
an officer on the officer team for 3 years. So I was sentinel, reporter, and secretary. So I've had like leadership roles and experience, and I love it. And I did a lot of programs, going and talking to like elementary and middle school kids. Um, I love opportunities like that where I get to talk to people about FFA or any kind of thing to do with agriculture and, spreading education on it. This is like in the spring. Yeah, because this is fall term. So, in the spring semester, well, it's more like it's in the winter, but it's considered spring semester. We have a program that the College of CALS does, which is College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, and it's called Farm Animal
Yep.
Days. And I volunteered to staff that day, and I got to be in the goat pen, and I loved it because goats. Like I love all animals, but I especially love like goats and horses, and I was so happy. I got to be with the goats all day, and I loved seeing all the little kids come in. It was very loud and a little bit overwhelming because I do have social anxiety. But when I have goats as a distraction, and I can use, telling people facts about goats and anything, it distracts me from that social anxiety. So I just love doing stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Um,
So I think
Is there
everybody's
any?
tired of us drone on about college.
Yeah,
Um, let's talk a little more about VR chat. How long have you guys been playing?
well, okay. I'll start. So I got into VR chat for my friend Soulcross. He's one of my admins on my Discord. He's actually a personal friend of mine.
Mm,
And because he's big on gaming, he's big on computers, and he's always the guy to go to when there's stuff about gaming, about anything like that. And
mm,
he introduced me to VR chat, and I don't know if I was really gonna get into it. Then we did it a few times, and then when I really got into it, I'm like, huh, okay. So I did it a few times, and I actually really got into it, and I met a group of people that welcomed me and stuff like that. It's very social, very good people. Meet a lot of good people here. I will say
Mm.
that. And I was able to make a lot of friends here, online friends, and I was able to, grow my Discord because of it and do some streams. I did some YouTube streams on it. And then I realized, like, you know what? I really wanted to experience this in VR because I did desktop for a while. I've been all desktop and stuff like that. Well, first I got into porting avatars, so I got to use Unity. I don't I don't create avatars because I don't know how to do them yet. But I
Mm.
figured out how to port them through VRC mods, and able to port them and get them on here, which was great. And but I really want to experience this VR, like
Oh yeah.
actual VR. Good thing my gaming rig can take VR, so
Oh
I decided to
nice.
save up this months until I got the Oculus. I was gonna get the Oculus because the HTC Vive is cool, but they added more stuff to it. I don't think I want to really get into that yet. I think Oculus is just good enough for me. I don't want to too much on it, but yeah, I wanted to experience VR. When I finally got it, I tried it out. It was a whole different experience in VR than
Oh
seeing it in
dang.
VR. I mean, I'm not doing it now because we're doing a podcast, but it's a really great experience to do it in VR. And if anyone gets the chance, as you can see, Uncharted is in VR right now, and he obviously he probably he
I'm
chose
just reinforcing your
and
statement.
hopefully Pocahontas and and if Pocahontas ever gets the chance to experience it, I hope you do, because it is a really good experience.
Oh yeah. I want to experience
That's
it
pretty
one
much
day. I
about
really do.
VR. I will say that VR, you got to be careful because you can get lost in that. You could be like, you be there for hours and didn't even know.
Oh yeah.
And good thing I always keep a time,
Second
make
that.
sure that I'm not there for hours because you can get lost in it. You could be on forever and ever, especially with friends and everything like that. Just experience VR and stuff like that. You can get lost in this thing.
I do that on
So-
desktop,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I usually only
yeah,
get on
but
like I'll get on. Be like I only want to get on for like an hour and a half. Winds up staying up till 3 a.m. on VR chat.
I can't do that, especially
Played
since I'm
so-
living with. Yep.
Played
Hmm?
12 hours straight in VR before.
Wow.
Oh, did you like ever like notice you were in there that long? Dang. I had one of my friends. I think he's in the chat right now. He just recently did a 24-hour challenge on VR chat.
That's crazy. 24 hours.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
insane.
that's crazy.
I couldn't do that. I really can't. Even if I tried, I couldn't do it. It's too much because I get tired. The thing is, I like to sleep. That's the thing. I love to sleep. And after like probably towards midnight or 11, I'm just ready to go to bed at this point. It's probably just me because I'm usually a night owl. I like to stay up, but
Mhm.
there's a point now where I'm just like I'm so tired, like I can't do it.
Yeah. Um, I would love to experience VR one day. Okay, so here's my story when Poca first started playing VR chat, and I'm going to admit I'm not all that technologically advanced. I know a few basic things because my dad worked on he works on computers and he still does every now and then. Um, my university here, they we have several libraries and one closest to me like they all have like tech and stuff you can check out, not just books. So if you need like an extra like Xbox or PS4 controller, you go up to like the tech desk and be like, hey, I want to check this out, and they'll check it out. And they have games and stuff and like different wires. Well, I looked up on their website. They had the Oculus there that you could check out. I think you get the time for that's like 3 days. Poca got really excited. I got really excited. I got the Oculus and the controllers to come with it. Uh, so I walk into the library. I'm all excited. I'm headed back to my dorm. This was last year, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try VR. I'm gonna play VR chat in VR. Um, I tried it on both my laptop and my desktop I had at the time, and neither could run it, and I was so sad. I think my desktop. I think both. It was the graphics card, and then my desktop was just. It was old, and something my dad had got me. It was used, bought from an office, so it was decent, but it wasn't decent enough for like decent gaming or anything. Um,
Yeah.
so I was a sad Poca, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's tough. It's tough with VR because it takes up a lot of graphics and CPU
Mm.
with that because especially if you're gonna stream it because VR because uses a lot of it and you need to have the gaming thing that can take it. Mine can take it at like a minimal level, I would say. They can take it because I plan on upgrading my PC once I actually start working again and start saving up some money.
Yeah.
So I won't have any more frame issues streaming and stuff like that. For people who are gaming experts, and I have AMD graphics. A lot of people go for Intel and Nvidia, but I have AMD. That's what came with it, so I'm gonna stick
Oh
with that.
yeah.
And it's been working pretty well so far. I would say I have an AMD Ryzen 5 1400 CPU, which is decent.
Oh
And
nice.
then I have RX 580 graphics card, which is like the best in that field. But I later on do want to upgrade to a Ryzen 7, 2700X, and then upgrade my graphics to a Vega 64,
Nice.
which is those will really upgrade my gaming to the next level, and I won't have any more issues. So hopefully, once I save up, that I can be able to get that.
Nice. You see, like my laptop, it's not bad. It's a very decent laptop, but it was bought, for my college work and stuff. Because
Yeah,
everything's like online and stuff nowadays. Um, so it's okay. It's decent. I can usually meet the minimum for gaming. The only issue I ever run into is the graphics card because I do have an integrated graphics card because it's a laptop, and so I have like
yeah,
an Intel HD 620 graphics card. So I usually
yeah,
never meet the requirements. Everything else, like I use a program called like Can you run it, and I'll see like can I run this game or can I not. Always comes down to the graphics card. Always.
yeah.
Everything else is up
It's
to
usually
par
the
and great.
graphics.
So,
Yeah, it's usually the graphics. And what kind of laptop do you have?
it's a HP Pavilion laptop, so it
Oh,
also reverses
I actually
into like a notebook, especially like a notebook, so it has touchscreen.
I had a one like that. It might have been an older model, HP Pavilion. That was my first laptop I got.
Mm,
Might have been an older version, but my laptop now uses a Dell or
nice.
Dolby. I have a Dell laptop, which is it has a good CPU. It has an i7 Intel, but again, it goes back to the graphics. It's I forgot what it is, but it goes back to the graphics. And I really wanted to get a gaming PC, so I got this one. At not GameStop. What's it called? Best Buy. Best Buy. That's where I got it from. And it wasn't too bad. It was about 750. It was actually on
Nice.
sale.
Oh wow! I think mine
So
came from Walmart. I think it was like $500 or something. We bought that with my refund money from Fast after paying
do you
some
have
of
your
my
question,
debts.
Uncharted?
I got a statement, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
Ah, you're good.
No, go ahead.
I built my computer.
Oh nice.
Built it.
Yes. So my friend Soul, he built his as well.
Oh yeah.
I could have built mine, but mine's upgradable, so I really need to
Mine's
get this
upgradable too.
upgrade.
Yeah. I think a lot of people who are
So
like gamers, a lot of them do build their own PCs. Like I have a friend, she's
So you know
slowly
exactly.
saving up and buying parts to build her own. Like she's got a really decent setup
yeah,
planned out. So, but yeah.
yep,
My little brother though, like I imagine he actually got like an actual gaming laptop because I think that was like his big birthday or Christmas gift because just how things work at my house, like we might get like one or two small things for our birthday and Christmas. And then when tax time comes around after we pay all bills and debts and stuff, if we have a little bit of money, we usually get like anything big during that time.
yeah,
Um, so I think okay, so I'm gonna get kind of technical. my dad usually gets, he used to get like $8,000 back for taxes, but this year he only got 6,000. So he makes either about, I think it was 26,000 was the number I saw one time. Is how much he makes a year. So like right under the poverty line considered. So, that's kind of how things work for me. So everybody's like, well, why don't you, just save up money? Like, I don't have any inflow of income and I have a hard time getting a job as it is. Um, sorry, that was like really random and off topic, but just kind of went with my
I will
story there.
say,
But,
out of respect for my parents, I do not disclose their income
mm,
because I actually do know it, and I will not disclose it. But I will say this: we are about upper middle class. That's all I will say. We're about
I
upper
am
middle class
below
family,
poverty line.
and
So.
yeah, we're about upper middle class, and they and I'm blessed with the fact that they can afford half my tuition. Because usually they got student loans that I have to pay for. I'm actually very blessed and thankful that they would do that for me.
Dang.
And some of the stuff that they get, I think now, back then when I was younger, I just wanted a particular toy or something like that.
Mm.
And if it comes to gaming, I spend the money for it because they say they will not spend money on games
Oh, yeah.
anymore because they're not particularly fond of it, which is understandable. But I usually ask for like if it's anything like maybe something I need, stuff like that now since I'm older. Like since I do music, by the way, I do play some music. I got last thing I got was a keyboard, which I really needed, and it's really nice.
Oh, nice.
And I think the other year they got me a drum set because I also play drums as well. So, but I think now that I'm getting older, I don't particularly need anything from my parents
Mm.
anymore, like for Christmas or anything. I mean, might ask for some pair of pants or some socks
Oh,
or a
yeah.
nice outfit or something like that. But I never really like ask for something big
Oh, yeah.
anymore because I work, and if I want to get something, I could get it on my own. I never really have to ask for them or anything like that. I am truly grateful because they do a lot. I mean, my parents do a lot. They work. They both work. They work. They both pay for schools because my brothers go to private schools and they pay for that,
Nice.
which a lot of parents don't do that, but they're grateful enough. I'm grateful enough that they do that. I appreciate everything they do for that, and for me, it feels like I need to put some effort in my life, stuff like that, because they
Oh,
do a
yeah.
lot for me. So yeah,
That's not bad at all. But yeah. Yeah, I'm like that kind of stuff. Like I usually don't mind sharing because most everybody already knows anyway. So
yeah. I usually don't because I respect my parents' privacy. They don't like being
yeah.
told
Well,
about
yeah.
their life.
My parents usually don't care. So, well, my dad anyway. He's the only one that's able to work for now. There's some more issues with that. We'll get into that another time. But yeah. So, but yeah, back to like, see, like I usually don't ask for anything like ever. Like around Christmas time and stuff, like I'll ask for like things I need, which is like maybe like hygienic stuff like shampoo and like body wash and
Hmm.
clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So
And I mean
is there any other?
hmm?
Well, you can say what you think because I think I want to move on to something else, but continue.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Well, like, see, this year I was planning on getting a job, but since I was able to do the internship in the summer, and I had planned on was going to do the internship here on campus and wasn't able to find anything here, and we had all that meeting. Well, I was like, I had planned on getting a job on campus while in classes, but now most of the jobs on campus are taken, so even if I wanted to, it'd be really hard
Yeah.
to find anything. So like I try, I really do. It's just it's really tough sometimes. So
Yeah.
Anyway, we got back into like real life topics.
Yeah.
Back to VR chat.
What do we? Yeah. I do want to discuss about different games that we play.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll start with some of the games I play. I mean, obviously, I am a multi-platformer gamer. That means
Mm.
I play PC, PS4, and Xbox. Um, but PC and PS4 is usually my main places I go. Like I was a PlayStation gamer at heart. I will still be a PlayStation gamer at heart. I am. I'm guessing Uncharted is as well. So, and I'm big on playing. What was it? Um, I played a lot of it's called World War II on PS4. I played a lot of it. I don't have it at the moment right now because I had to change my equipment because I was upgrading it to an Xbox One X and I had to trade in some of my hardware, so I don't and some of my games, so I don't have it at the moment. I did grab Spider-Man yesterday, so I played a little bit of it, and it looks really great, and I
It's
will probably
amazing.
stream it as well on my channel. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's an amazing game, and I'm big on PlayStation because PlayStation was in my family. My cousins on my mom's side were big PlayStation players. They still are. And I was always in the PlayStation. I had a PS3. I had ended up having PS4. I still have it now, and do play that mostly. I got into PC. But I got my gaming rig, and
Mm.
I will say it changed my gaming experience because especially since I have a good PC, my frame rates were so much better. It looked so much more clear, so much more crystal. There wasn't a lot of lag. It was fantastic. Um, and I will say that playing an FPS game on PC is a little bit more of a challenge, mostly because people are more accurate on there.
Mm.
Mouse. I mean, I'm used to it now, but it's once they say they're a lot more accurate playing on console because usually the difference is that consoles have assisted aim because we can't aim it properly, but PC doesn't because the mouse you're using your actual hand
Yeah.
to move your hand, your gun, stuff like that. So some of the games I play for um I'm a mix of games. Obviously, I play Spider-Man now. I have Advanced Warfare for PlayStation. I have for PC. I have Destiny 2. Black Ops 3. VR Chat, obviously. VR Chat. Paladins is a free game, actually, and yeah, yeah, and we actually do that for game night. So definitely play some of that. Um, Anything else I play? I play my big game I play is Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's my big MMO game I play. I played that for years and I still play it. It's really a great game. It's also free as well, but it's a pretty high performance game, so
Mm.
you should probably be wary of people who don't have gaming computers about that game. Anything else? I love the Arkham games, the Batman Arkham games. I have them all on PC. Even the latest one, what was it called? Arkham Knight. That's really great on PC. So
Nice.
for Xbox, I mostly play. I have Injustice 2, and I have uh, Halo Master Chief Collection, Halo Reach, and Halo 5. Those are the games I usually play on Xbox because those are the games I game on.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's mostly the ones I play. If you have any, obviously, if you have any suggestions for me to play, make sure you put it comment down below. So check that out. All right, I'm done talking now.
um,
What about you, Poka?
as you, I'm like the same as you. What would you say? Like a multi-platform? Well, for me, it's only like two platform gamer, which is PC and Xbox. Um, Mostly Xbox because we already talked about my potato of a PC. Um,
Yep.
on PC, I mostly play VR Chat and The Sims. I tried GTA 5.
Uh,
A friend had
you
bought
can't
that for
play it on
me.
a potato.
No.
You can't play that
Poor
on a
thing.
potato
You poor thing.
PC. It's pretty tough on mine as well,
Oh
especially
yeah.
if I put on ultra
Me too.
settings. It ultra settings it puts it still has at a solid 30.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
Yeah.
my friends convinced me to try it. My friend even bought it for me, and she bought it before I could even
I know the
argue.
friends.
She bought it for me
You
before I
should
could even
really.
argue no. And I was like, it's not
But
gonna work. It's not gonna
yeah,
work.
but the best thing for you if you're gonna play GTA is play it on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Is that your best bet probably?
Oh yeah.
If you do later on start working and invest in a gaming PC, then you can probably play it on there.
Oh
But
yeah.
for now, if you're gonna think about playing it, play it on Xbox. It's safe.
But yeah. And then
So
like,
you're because it,
go ahead.
sorry, it's because since if you end up playing if you're playing on a potato PC, GTA 5 will probably end up being a rotten potato after that.
Oh yeah.
If you try to play that.
Oh yeah. So let's see. So VR chat. What else did I say? The Sims 4. Um, I play Roblox every now and then, just if I'm extremely bored, and Minecraft.
The Roblox.
Yeah, I don't think I've played it in like a
Yes.
year though, but I still have it on my
think-
computer.
I think I played it once when I was a kid, and that was it.
Just like if I'm extremely bored, I'll get on there and like I don't know, play with hackers because it's nothing but hackers on there anyway.
Looks
I
like
get
we got a subscriber.
okay.
Soul Killer Gaming 19. I'm guessing that's you.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate it.
And then
Make sure
Minecraft. So.
if you're not
Just trying to be enthusiastic. Sorry.
Yeah.
sorry,
You're
shameless
good.
plug. Shameless plug. If you're interested, join Discord. Links in the description. Shameless plug. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
I need to put like my Discord link in the chat box. Might be a
I put it
smart
in
idea.
mine. I put your link in mine as well, so they can.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Join my Discord. And guys, I am at
We're big happy community.
45 followers. Quick, going off topic. I have 45 followers. I need 5 more followers to get to the 50 goal. I do have a 50 follower goal.
Woo.
And once I get 50 followers, I will I'm hoping I get the invite to becoming an affiliate. So you guys come over and follow me on Twitch. I would be very appreciative. I am working on getting the word has escaped me. A fluent schedule going, a decent schedule, mostly probably on weekends. Um and then we'll be doing this like what, once a week or every 2 weeks or something maybe.
We will try to get it once a week. Depends on my
Yeah.
schedule as well.
Yeah.
Busy. I really like to push for Sunday. We're doing this today because I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I want to push to Sunday.
For now, yeah.
Probably,
For now we're doing it Saturdays at 9. And then that is going to change in the near future, most likely to probably about Sundays, about 8:30 to 9. So that'll be our start time, and then we will usually run the show for about 2 hours. So our end time would be anywhere from like 10:30 or 11. So, but I just got a follower. Is that who was that? Was that you? Uncharted? Yeah.
Look at it.
Hang on. Didn't even show up for me. Yep, it was you. Okay, yeah, it showed up. Uncharted just followed me. Look, 46 followers, guys.
look at that. 4 more left.
Yes,
So yeah, make sure you guys follow her on Twitch. You guys follow her on Twitch. I have the link in the description for her channel. Make sure you
Yeah.
subscribe. She's a really good person. She's really nice. She does streams on Twitch. Make sure you guys do that, alright? I vouch for her. CFN Nation vouch for her.
I've been told my streams are a lot of fun because when I stream, I just have fun. Like, I've been known to stream for like 6 hours sometimes, by the way. So, I mean, I usually always stream with friends. So,
by the way, for me, we are almost at 2K subs. We're about 1923, I think.
nice.
So we're getting there, and I didn't expect to get that big at the end of the year. So let's see if we can reach 2,000. I might do a celebration video or some video we'll do. I'll make for that. So make sure you guys hit that sub button, hit that notification button, so you can get all my content. So you know what I post when I stream.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, back to the topic. So I do mostly game on Xbox. Originally it was Xbox 360 because my ex-fiance, yeah, I have an ex-fiance. I'm 19 years old and I have an ex-fiance. We'll get into that story maybe some other time in the future. Um, he'd given me his old 360 because he got a one, and he gave me all his games. So it's like maybe like 20 games or more. And most of them are backwards compatible with the one. Well, the 360, about a few months of me having it, the fan went out in it and it died. So I gave that to my dad, and he like played around with it, and using it for parts and stuff for anything at the house. And we got a cheap Xbox One. It was probably on sale, so he got me a cheap one and surprised me with it for doing so well in college and everything. And I have about 120 games on that because I game share with a friend. So like all the games I've ever wanted to play, I have, which are like Sea of Thieves. Um, a friend bought me Monster Hunter. I have Ark Survival Evolved. My favorite 360 games that I play, I still play, are all the Battlefield games, all the Gears of War games. Um, I have Destiny for 360. I have like Destiny 2 beta version for the one. I have just a bunch of games that I play. But I mostly stream right now Monster Hunter World and Sea of Thieves. So, you guys, if you have any suggestions of what games you would like to see me play, let me know and I'll let you know if I have it or if I might be getting it anytime soon, which it just depends.
Quick question.
Mhm.
You stream through Xbox?
Yeah, I have the Twitch app on my Xbox, and so I'll just
Ah,
stream through it that way.
hmm. I might
You can
try
do that
that.
on
I've always
PS4 as
wanted.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, PS4, I know how to do that, but Xbox, I wanted to do some things on Twitch, but I try some because I play. I would like to get into playing a lot of Halo and just Twitch stream it because Halo, I love playing Halo.
Oh yeah, I have
Halo,
Halo too.
Halo Master Chief Collection. Oh, which Halo do you have?
I don't even know anymore.
Because
I
I
just
have
know I
the
have
Master
it.
Chief Collect. I have the Master Chief Collection, which has all the Master Chief games in one. I
Mm,
have Halo 5, which was the last one they dropped, except for Halo Wars 2, and Halo Reach, which is
nice.
360 compatible. But I think I like that the best because it looks more realistic to me.
I think that might be Halo Reach's one I have. I honestly don't know. I don't
If you
keep
have
up
Reach,
with.
I love just to stream it or play it sometime.
Sure.
It's really I enjoy it. How about you, Uncharted? Any? What's your gaming life?
Uh, well, VR chat overcame my life, but
Same.
It does that
Same.
job.
yeah, yeah. But like, I got the new Spider-Man game, like you mentioned earlier. I have PS4, Xbox One, and PC, similar to your situation on that. I play games like GTA 5. I literally have GTA 5 on all systems: PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. I got Monster Hunter on all those systems as well. And I favorite franchise though, hands down, Kingdom Hearts for the PS2.
I knew that was
Um,
coming. Yeah.
can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyways, yeah. I
Great.
mean, I've been a PlayStation fan.
The PlayStation's been in. I'm still really a PlayStation gamer, and it hurt me the fact that I had to trade it for an Xbox. It hurt my
Oof.
soul, but listen, GameStop. I would never get that GameStop deal ever. So here, I'll give you the story of what happened. So I had what I had was a PlayStation Pro and an Xbox One S, both of those. And what came out recently was like obviously they had the Xbox One X, and I wasn't gonna get it anytime soon because I'm obviously I'm broke. But then GameStop drops this huge deal. You trade in a Pro, trade in a PlayStation Pro, you get $300 credits towards an Xbox One X. And if you trade an Xbox One S, you get $250. Well, that just pretty much pays off everything, and I get $50 left in store credit. I debated for hours. I debated for hours and hours. Say, is it really worth it? Then I thought to myself, like, listen, I'm never gonna get this deal ever. Like this will never ever happen again. So I made the tough decision, and I got the X. But I ended up getting the PlayStation back a few weeks after. So it's a used regular one, but
Mhm.
it's still playing PlayStation. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we have about 4 minutes until the next act from our special guest tonight. So 4 minutes until our next commercial break, so we can spit in a small topic there. Guys, if you have okay, so we'll be starting the Q&A section of the stream probably shortly after the
Hey, Danos. Sorry.
the second performance. So if you have any questions for me or for Uncharted or for CFN at all, please leave them in the chat. I would greatly appreciate it. I know I have one so far from Sky. So ask any questions at all. It could be my favorite color or favorite food, just anything at all. I think
I have
yeah, I think
I have
CFN
questions
has
from.
yeah.
I have a few questions. On my Discord that my people sent me, and I'll make sure I'll name them because I know they're really good friends of mine. And if you guys, people are watching now, if you have any questions, make sure you comment down below. And towards the end, make sure you give us suggestions on what you guys want to talk about next for any future podcasts.
Oh yeah.
Because this is mostly an introductory podcast, pilot podcast, learning about us, about life. But if you have any particular topics you want to talk about, because we have some ideas, but we want to make sure you guys are included as well. So if you have any topics for us to talk about, comment down below. We will try and implement them.
Oh yeah. Anything you would like to hear us talk about, anything you would like to see implemented in stream, let us know. I do want to talk after this next performance. We'll start the Q&A, but I also want to talk about maybe some of our craziest experiences in VR chat.
Ah, okay.
Better at least.
That might not be YouTube friendly, but
Oh,
we will.
yeah.
I'll try to keep it as PG as possible.
Maybe not the latest experience we had.
Oh, there was something worse
know what?
after that.
Oh, really? Really? You're gonna have to tell me this.
Okay.
If you don't in the stream, at least out of the stream, because you got me curious now.
I will tell you after the stream.
Okay, I'm
And I
sorry,
will
guys.
say it was something. It was something.
Was it worse than what happened? Or
It was either about the same or a little worse. But I'm
'Cause-
not gonna. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after. I'm thinking people are gonna ask me in the chat like, "What happened? Tell me what happened."
Let's just say worst experience that is still PG.
that is very hard because this is VR chat.
I know.
I mean, I have quite a few stories. Like even like when I first started VR chat, I can share that one. That one's not that bad. So I think I'm going to cut to commercial break. While I'm in commercial break, I'm going to shout out a few people. So,
Yep.
all right, guys. So,
Quick thing before you sign off. I'm sorry. Quick thing before you sign off.
well, not sign off, but commercial break.
We're gonna go to his performance, and just another disclaimer that I won't be showing it on this channel. You can check Pocahontas' Twitch and description to see his next performance. So make sure you guys check that out because YouTube has this policy, copyright policy. So just make sure if you want to see that performance, make sure you check out Pocahontas'
Yeah. All right,
channel
guys.
description down below.
Yeah, cutting to commercial break now. And we will be setting up, and I will be talking to you guys. So,
All right, we'll be right
all
back.
right. Okay, so I have. Okay, hang on. All right, guys. Um, yeah, tell me in a minute. Hang on. I gotta do some shout outs first. All right. I want to do some quick shout outs to the people watching my stream. You guys are the real OG. Okay, so let's see. First, we have Apricot Droop Fruit, Commander Root, Jay Waka. What's up, Jay? Karen Nagizi, Midget Man, Scribble 56 Scribblet, Sky Render, Slow Cool, Uncharted Hearts, who's here with us, and V and K. Thank you guys for joining me on my stream. And thank you for everyone who has been active in the chat. I think this is the most active I've ever seen it. So, double shout outs to Dumb Taco and Jay Waka, Sky Render, Ryan Madman, Midget Man. Double shout out to you guys for being active in the chat. So if you guys ever want a shout outs or mentions, watch my stream and then you get even more shout outs and mentions if you are active in the chat for future references. Alright, so gonna cut to the rest of the commercial break and I'll see you guys in a few moments. All right, guys, and welcome back from the commercial break. Here we are with the second act of the night with our special guest, Uncharted. Take it away, Uncharted.
Yeah, because it's dark.
Yes, it is. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys, if you experience any lag at all in the stream. Hopefully, you shouldn't. So, take it away.
It starts with the unexpected loss of something dear. The warmth that comforted and cradled just disappears. And in its place, there's nothing, just an endless empty hole. The light that showed the way is gone, and darkness takes control. Bitterness and anger are quick to fill the void. The path to isolation is littered with the dreams that lay destroyed. The cold seems to grow in my soul, it's consuming me. Confused, and I'm losing myself in the storm. Growing jaded, being pushed, being pulled, I'm unraveling. Can't find myself when I'm constantly forced to conform. Enemies surround me, but the worst appear as friends. Liars and pretenders only seek to reach their ends. Everything is breaking right before my eyes. Looking in the mirror, I see someone that I don't recognize. That my heart used to know is losing me. And the one thing I feel is alone. But I'm faded, and I'm spinning, sinking, awakening. Frozen in solitude, loneliness chills to the bone. Memories escaping as my heart begins to drain. Gotta get cover wounds behind the self-inflicted pain. Everything my mind wants, conflict with my heart. Fighting back to enter, but every day I'm falling more apart. Mirror, what's this thing I see? Who is staring back at me? Stranger to my heart and still my mind.
Woo! Gosh, I love these. They're so good. By the way, guys, if you know anything about VR chat, a lot of people would think that this was just like a emote you're doing. Well, not emote, but animation. But this is Uncharted actually dancing. Like he came up with this all on his own, and you even like made and edited these avatars, right? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
So I loved seeing his performances. I'm glad you could make it out on the stream tonight. So
Thank you.
I can see CFN's eyes. That is so creepy. Oh my god. You guys want to make it back outside then?
I like the way.
Yes, light the way. Oh, wait, is CFN back you there?
Actually, I'll just respond.
Oh, he's just going to
All right, that works for him.
I'm a walk. That was great. Oh, yep, you know, that was another Rose-worthy performance. Have another Rose. And you know
So
what?
we're gonna go back to our live stream.
Just because I've had so much fun with the both of you tonight, here's a rose for you too, CFN.
Aw, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay.
And here's the rose for all my people watching, all my streamers, my subscribers for supporting us. This is for you guys. Thank you guys. So if you guys I hope you guys saw the performance on Pocahontas' channel. It was really really good. Like I said, unfortunately YouTube's policy doesn't allow me to show that
Yeah.
because I will be copyrighted and make no profit on this. Even worse, I won't be able to post it. It's always a fear.
Oh yeah.
These things. So
Anyway, so that was a great performance. I love watching them. They always get better.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing more.
There's more planned ones, so
Good.
watch
Good.
out.
If you guys would like to see more of those on future streams, let us know. It would be an inconvenience on CFN's part, though. So we will work. We always find a way to work a way around it. You know, we do plan
I mean,
on having.
if you guys can find copyright-free music, then that should be
That's
just
the
fine.
problem. I'm not
But
inspired by that.
Yeah.
probably not. Or unless you guys like legitimately play music through the audio. I mean, I've heard some people who do that, but if you can't, then that's completely. We'll just do the same system we have now.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we do plan on having other special guests in future streams as well. So.
Exactly.
All right. So before we went to that performance, we left off with. Ooh, I just got a follower. I can't see who it is right now. We were on the topic of, so before we jump into our Q&A, crazy VR chat experiences.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go first. I will try to keep this as PG as possible.
Good luck with that.
Okay. Let's try to say this right. So one day I was trying to meet Pocahontas to set this thing up. And she wasn't on, so I thought maybe I'll just talk to some other. So I talked to one of my friends. Her name is Shibi. I actually met her a few days ago, from Pocahontas' group. And let's just say she has a very seductive personality. We'll say that. And so I go meet her at the presentation map room. So I went in there, and she said hi. And then I said hi. And then she started pointing in the manhood area. And then I was saying, why are you pointing at that area? And she obviously she doesn't speak. And then it started to dawn on me. I'm like, she wants that particular area.
Oh, this is great.
So long story short, I got a BJ. I'm done.
See,
I
CFN
hope you guys
already.
know what that means.
Yeah. If not, then we'll leave it to your imagination. CFN told me while we were in our commercial break, he told me this story, but not a PG version, and it was funny. But hearing him trying to explain it in this PG version was hilarious.
Because I know you was watching with a close eye, trying to see if I'm gonna get demonetized or not.
Oh yeah, we don't
This
want the
definitely is gonna happen.
monetization.
Demonetization, zero profits were made in the making of this of this stream.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I end up getting a BJ. Your turn.
My turn or Uncharted's turn? My turn?
What? Me?
Somebody.
Shoot.
Someone? You got one Uncharted? I'll go while you think of one.
I love PJs.
Here, I'll go while you think
Peanut
of
butter
one.
and jelly. That's definitely what it was.
Yeah, peanut butter and jelly. Okay, I'll go ahead and go. Are we gonna talk about the couch? Is there any way to make that PG-13? I don't think there is.
Well, okay. The couch thing was.
Uncharted in the
If
back.
you, okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this.
Okay, you do that, and then I have another
First
story
of all,
after that.
if you, I'm pretty sure people, mostly, adult males, have watched, or maybe kids who've gone through adolescence. The kids, teenagers
Uncharted.
through adolescence. Have watched 18 plus videos on the internet.
This is great.
18 plus means adult content. And let's just say this particular map that, which is also Shibi, by the way, the same person that gave me peanut butter and jelly is what is in this map? And it was called the couch. Now what the couch is pretty much a couch with an office chair, office desk in front of it with 3 camera angles. Let's see if you can fill the rest.
Who, me?
Now,
Oh,
if you
okay.
guys don't know what that means, that is specifically for adult content videos.
By the way, I, Polka, was a complete innocent bystander to all this. I was watching just everything that happened in that room. I was just watching and was like, "What is wrong with my life?" I went to the corner and like I lost it for like 30. I was laughing for 30 minutes, and one of our friends was like, "Y'all broke Polka." I was like, "Yep, you did."
Yep. And there was one joke in there that I put that made her lose it, and it was hilarious. I can't say it on stream, but it was funny.
Oh, the banana made it even worse. Though we'll just add that in there. There was bananas involved, guys.
There was a banana, and it was not big.
It was not big. A legit banana, by the way. I'm
It
sure.
was a legit banana.
A legit banana. So, I think the rest of you guys' imagination. Uh, okay, to my story's not as funny.
Thank God.
It's kind of bad, but not as bad. This was back when I first like played VR chat. So this was back then when you had the classic hub and before all the updates and stuff. You had the classic hub, so every time you loaded into VR chat, you'd load into the classic hub.
Mhm.
Well, there'd be a few times, I would load in and there'd be some kind of jerk. It's okay to cuss, by the way, or would that demonetize you?
I try to push it against it, but if it happens, it happens.
Okay.
So I would say try your best.
There was this jerk a-hole. Like they'll be jerk a-hole guys. And they would like as soon as they would hear me talk, they would either accuse me of being a trap or like completely degrade me. Call me certain derogatory names and stuff, and I would just ignore it. There was one day something happened. I got sent to the hub. I was hanging out with some friends. I got sent to the hub. And I loaded into the hub, and there's this guy with an avatar, and it was a very lewd avatar. So, yeah. It was like a lewd woman avatar with extra parts of the male anatomy. Yeah, there's a way you're losing it.
That's great. Extra parts.
Extra
So you
parts.
had the premium package.
Yes.
You had the premium package.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a guy, and he had this avatar. And, Polka reacted how Polka normally would be like, oh, okay, I don't really remember how exactly he reacted. I said, well, I'm disturbed now. I'm gonna walk away. And the dude's like, no, you're not. Come back here. And started following me. I said, no, I'm gonna leave now. And he's like, no, you're not. And I said, yeah, I am. I have friends waiting for me. He's like, you're not gonna leave. I said, yeah, I am. And he's like, well, I'm gonna follow you. And I'm like, not if I'm in a private world. He's like, watch this. I'll add you. I was like, I'm not gonna accept your friend request. Well, I didn't know this dude was a hacker, and he somehow added me. And I got to my friend's world, and I was telling them about all my friends and stuff. I was telling them about what I just saw on the hub. And literally, as I'm talking about it, the dude loads into the world, pops up behind me, and goes, guess who, B? He called me the B word. And I said, oh God, guys, he's here. That's the dude. And he started like degrading me and this and that, and my friends were like, okay, we're going to kick you if you don't stop. And he had changed avatars. He used this avatar that could crash people, and he started crashing people. And so the person who was in charge of the room, we were telling him to kick him and block him and stuff. Well, he crashed the owner of the room before we could kick him, and so we all wound up getting crashed. And long story short, we kept going to private worlds. Like, we would go to invite only worlds or friends only worlds, and he still managed to pop up and crash me. And then he would pinpoint me in the hub and find me in the hub and continue to degrade me and continue to crash me. And I started like having anxiety and panic attack. I was getting so paranoid. And finally, we're like, one of my friends like, "Hey, block all avatars by default, and then he can't crash you anymore." It's like, oh, that took half an hour to do. So I did that, and he finally loaded it into the world I was in again, but he couldn't crash me, and I was able to block him. So it was crazy. It just I don't know why people are like that, quite honestly, but that's probably like one of the craziest encounters I had.
No respect.
How
Those
about you,
people.
Uncharted?
Yeah.
Me? Hmm. Had many moments. All the bad ones, I usually just kind of brush off and forget.
Because you
Bad
said the craziest
experience.
one. Was it the craziest experience?
Okay, it's not.
Good or bad?
It's craziest experience. Hmm. Well, craziest experience. I don't know how the heck you did this. Okay. It is a crasher person. Okay. I was I joined a room from a friend who when I got into the room he was going through some rough stuff. I won't disclose that here, but going through some rough stuff. So I was just listening to him with a few other people that were in the room as well. Just listening to him, um, and we were trying to. In the end, we were just trying to get him distracted. Get his mind off of what was going on and just have some fun. But then all of a sudden, someone came in. I don't know how he came in. He might have been actually a friend of one of them, but he was dressed up in a Dragon Ball Z avatar. He came in, walked in onto the table because we're in that house room in
Mhm.
VR chat, and all he did was I think he accessed an emote or something. I don't know, but and he extended his character, his avatar, extended his arms. He spun around. A white light flashed, and everyone got wiped out once.
Oof.
Everyone got crashed at once.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. He just came in, did the thing, and I don't know what happened afterwards. But yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
my screen
If
just
you
won't
guys
light.
have any, if you guys watching play VR chat, if you guys have any stories you want to tell, make sure you comment down below about any particular crazy VR chats that happened to you. I mean, mine was I can't really disclose details.
Yeah.
And you guys was more about have to deal with issues with respect and crashing and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So
Feel free to share it
So,
with
yeah.
us in the comments. Send it to us in our Discords, and it might get shared on the stream one day if you'd like it to be. All right, so I think we're going to take these next 10 minutes and jump into the Q&A now.
Yep. I have a few. I'll start with what? This is from Insanity. He is one of my admins, aka we call the Dark Council on my Discord, and he asked, which celebrity would you most want to meet, internet and movies alike? So I think the celebrity that I would like most would be Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Um, I've always been a big fan of him in wrestling, WWE, and in his movies. He's a really good actor. He's really funny guy, really cool guy. I saw him live in a WWE live event, but never actually got to meet him. But if ever I got the chance to meet him, it would be a really good experience for me. I mean, I'm not the type of person who freaks out when he sees a celebrity or something like that. But it's really cool to meet people like that. I mean, some of the people you mentioned internet. I've actually met a few internet stars. Like the one more recently I saw was some of the people from Smosh Games. Like I saw Sohinki and Jovenshire was the two that I met. So they're really cool guys as well. So I got a picture with them. It's really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, but The Rock is definitely a guy that I definitely like to meet as a celebrity.
Nice. Did you want us to answer that question as well?
Yeah,
or-
sure. It's for all of us, I guess.
For me, the one celebrity I always wanted to meet was Steve Irwin. May he rest in peace, because he was a big role model for me. He was like one of the people that encouraged me to love animals so much. As well as like with the Crap Brothers and stuff. Vin Diesel and The Rock, they're my favorite actors. There are like two YouTubers, well, mainly one that I would do anything in the world to meet, and that is Shane Dawson. I love his YouTube videos. They always pick me up on a bad day, and just I relate to so much of his content. And I don't know, he's just been a big inspiration, as well as Joey Graceffa. I love his books, and just they're great role models. They're YouTubers, not exactly celebrities, but they count.
I do have a few YouTubers as well. Like a few YouTubers I would like to meet is let's see, I want to meet Superwoman lady.
Oh yeah.
She is, I love her videos. She's a really cool person. I would like to meet Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. Those
Oh
two
yeah,
guys
Markiplier and
I'd like to
Jacksepticeye,
meet.
dude.
Same.
I gotta add
Yeah.
Jackie Boy in
And
there.
yeah, and I also would like to see. There's a YouTuber called 8-Bit Ryan.
Mm.
He's, I don't know if you guys saw him, but he's really, I like his videos as well. Oh, Corey Kitchen. I would love to meet him. I don't know if you guys ever watched Corey Kitchen, but I would love to meet that guy. He seems like a really cool guy.
I've already okay, one of my favorite YouTubers I've actually already kind of met through an app called YouNow. No, not YouNow. Rise, and that is the oh my gosh. He does like a lot of paranormal videos and stuff, and I got to talk to him. It was actually last year I was in college, and I got to talk to him for a few minutes on Rise. I have screenshots if I have to share them sometime. Um, and I was like, oh my god, I called my mom afterwards. I was so shaking. I was so excited and happy. I was like, I just talked to Omar. It was great. It was such a great experience.
That's cool. What about you, Uncharted?
Okay. It's a little unorthodox, but I would like to meet the the director for the Kingdom Hearts franchise, Tetsuya Nomura.
Nice.
Nice. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad. It's good.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll ask a question
you have a
next because
question?
I only have like
All right.
one question maybe. This is from Skyrender. It's
Okay.
not I don't know how well you guys know. I'm just
I don't know.
I'm doing this one for him, and he wants to know what my favorite thing about him is. Ooh, that was a tough one.
I mean, I don't know a lot about him.
Mm,
But I mean, he was really excited to join the Discord and join the syndicate that we have on
yeah,
here, the roleplay, and he seems like very invested in how he invested in his Discord about doing this roleplay, the Assassin's roleplay he's doing. Um, and to coming to asking me for help, I do appreciate that. I definitely will try to help as much as I can. But it's tough when I don't really know the person very well to give a legitimate opinion on. I mean, he's probably like a nice guy, probably. But I
oh
would get to know more before I can make real judgment.
yeah.
So,
What about you, Uncharted? Do you know Sky at all?
No clue.
Skyrender.
Sorry.
That's very tough because I think the most I talked to him was the day we were setting up the Discord for his Assassin's game. I don't know. He's just in general very nice. And he's a good friend. Um, we talk a lot here and there. He's definitely a very good friend. A lot of my friends I have on here, like almost everyone I have on here is like my very best friends. Like you guys are amazing. Just I don't know how excited and like motivated he gets to do things, and just how like chill he is, and he can really just go along with anything. He's just very sweet and nice.
cool. All right, I have another question. This is by Royal Guard Reinhardt. He's also on my Discord, and he has a one as well.
Ooh.
He says, who was your inspiration to start recording and streaming? So, I mean, some of my inspirations come from Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, the big guys, because I watched some of their gameplays. I really wanted to get into it. Um, some people like Corey Kenshin was another one. Um, 8-Bit Ryan. Those guys were a big inspiration on gaming, stuff like that. And for reactions, I would say I got inspiration from some people, big reactors like Tyrone Magnus. Who else? Dante, Dwayne and Jazz reactions. There's a few other people I react to that have gotten big. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I've watched that inspired me to keep doing that. There's a few other people I can mention, but those are the main people that react. Oh, Blasphemous HD. He
Nice.
was a big thing, and he is hilarious. And I feel really bad that YouTube has really hit him hard.
Yeah,
What they've done.
I
Ooh.
agree with that. I
felt so bad for him because he was doing so well in his other channel. He was doing so well, and YouTube destroyed him. And I felt so bad for him because his content was really good. He was really getting out there. He struggled through a lot in his life, and just to hear a lot of what was going on in his life, and for him to gain success but lose it is really tough. I mean, he's slowly getting back, and I really respect that he's keep going. But he was one of my inspirations why I wanted the reaction was because of him, because he is a funny guy, especially if you saw his older stuff when he was uncut, on like raw stuff.
Dang.
Was what he did. Hilarious.
Dang. For me to okay, so I've actually been streaming for like a really long time, just for different things. Like I used to stream on You Now. I'd get on there and stream every now and then. I would sing on there because I love to sing, but I sound like a dying walrus, even though everybody tells me I don't. I don't know. I have a hard time believing I sound any lick bit of good. Um, just a lot of you, and then I was like, tried game streaming a long time ago and it didn't work. And then a lot of my friends that I met on VR chat, they were streaming VR chat, and then a lot of my friends are YouTubers like you, and I started up a Twitch. I was like, okay, I want to try this, and just a lot of like my favorite YouTubers like Shane, gaming YouTubers like Joey, and the Jack and Markiplier, just all of them, and just how enthusiastic they can get about doing it, and how much they love doing it. I was like, I really like that. And I have a hard time staying on top of things. Like, I love to write. I use Wattpad. I might publish a few things on there, but I lose motivation in my writing, so back to never getting feedback on it. And I'll get writer's block. So, I just have a hard time keeping up motivation. But with Twitch, all my friends encourage me, and I do get a little more feedback on it. So I'm hoping, to be able to keep doing it, um, and enjoying it, doing it with my friends and stuff.
All right.
Um, do you want to do one more question, or should we end the show here?
I don't think I have any legitimate questions. I'm trying to see if I have any. I could do one more.
All
One
right.
more. I think it's mostly for me. I think this is mostly for me.
Okay.
Question is, how did you meet Stano?
Hmm.
Joe Stano. Now, Stano is a good friend of mine. Um, and I'll tell you the story if people don't know. So this is me starting in college. When I started doing YouTube. And I started in college, started making new friends. And I met this one guy. His name was Joe Stano, and he was going to college where I was. And I was introduced by another friend of mine to him, and he says, I told him I did some YouTube videos. And he said, "What videos do you do?" I said I do some I started doing some Goat Simulator videos. I started doing that and some Destiny videos. It's like, I think I saw one of your vids. I'm like, you saw one of my videos? Bear in mind, I only had like probably 10 subscribers. Like, I wasn't out there at all. So I don't know how this guy found out about me, but he did. He said I showed him one of my Goat Simulator videos. Like, that's the video I saw. That was it. That's how our friendship started. We became friends because of that. And now, not only is he one of my best friends, but he is also one of my first and biggest supporters on YouTube. Like, one of my best people on YouTube to react to, play games with, stream. And he started his channel because of me, and he's helped me out and stuff like that. And it is mind blowing the fact that we met each other based on one video that I made. It is incredible. And you never know what happens. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I do appreciate everything he's done for me, and we will truly be friends until hopefully the bitter end. So, shout out to Stano.
Nice. All right, so I think this is where we're going to end the show tonight. I want to thank everyone who came out and watched both our streams, and a big thank you to our good friend Uncharted for being our special guest and performing for us tonight. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course, my friend. Thank you for coming out.
It's an honor being here.
I look forward to doing many more of these streams, talk show podcast. If you guys like this, please let us know in the comment section below on CFN side and in the chat below on my side. And if you would like to see more, leave suggestions for topics, and please leave more Q&A topics. I think that's something we can implement into these streams, is like the last 15 or 10 minutes of the streams we can do a Q&A.
So, like I said, make sure you guys, comment, like, and subscribe to both of our channels. Follow her on Twitch, follow me on my channel right here. If you have any suggestions, make sure you comment down below. Join our Discord, link in the description down below. I also do have a Patreon. I actually had to cut off my Streamlabs for now because I'm still working that out. But I do have a Patreon. So if you guys want to donate, become an official donor to the CFN Nation, the link's in the description down below. Check that out and join our Discords. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the CFN Nation, brother. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
All right, bye guys. Thank you again for coming to this stream. See you guys next time.